All right, so this is a quick demo of creating a low-code application. We'll create a new app. This is going to create a web app. Call it low-code test, and we'll choose a UI framework that we want to use, a low-code framework. There are a few here. We'll choose Veutify. The default runtime would stay the same. We're not going to create any database or authentication. Just leave it as that. You click create. Once it finishes, it will launch the what you'll consider the low code application. It's really, you could view it as a low code page because it's, as you can see there with the index, it's inside a web app itself. But if you're thinking of it as like a spa, a single page application, then you can call it an app or just a page. It's up to you. All right, so this will load. It has to load the schema associated with Veutify, so it'll take yeah a bit to load up. So it loads up just an empty canvas. This is an object model that represents your page or app, and this is the palette that exposes all the Veutify components that are available for creating applications. Um, there are a lot more that you could expose on the palette, but we're not going to get into that. So let's just do a few basic things here. Start this off by actually creating the required components for Veutify. It requires a V main, I think a V app, and that type of thing. So it creates that whole thing. As you can see here, you have Veutify. It has a main, it has a container. Those are things that are just automatically created just to get you started. Um, let's go to the navigation option here and see if we can find. Actually, I will first just create a clone of this so that we have something to work with away from that. All right, so that creates a clone. So now let's go to toolbar in here, add it. All right, so that adds our toolbar. Let's add a title to it, which is part of the schema. So we'll put it in there, and that's our title. And call it ICO page. And we can make it a little pretty, not the title itself, but a toolbar. Maybe change the color, make it purple. All right. So I want to make this very short as possible. There's a bunch of the properties in here. You can mess around with them. Um, we can add, move to the title bar. We can add some other stuff. Say, make sure you're in the right context when you're pulling up the schema powered menu. We're gonna add a button that should be like a menu item. And these are just features that Veutify provides out of the box, so you get to use them. All right, so in that items, I think it may be hidden underneath that. There are some issues here with, that's all right. We'll use this approach here. So here on their items, you could just drag this in here instead of this blog. Alright. Put it to the right of that item. Put it about us. Alright, so that gives you, the starting point. You can, of course, do as much as you want. Suppose you want to add an event to that so that when somebody clicks the blog, it will actually do something. So let's add an unclick event here. Let's add a simple alert that says about to show you the About Us page. Hit save. It's actually on the wrong button, but that's all right. It's on the blog instead of the About Us button. All right, so if we click that, it opens that up. Now, you can put whatever you want in here. It's JavaScript. A ton of options. We will be putting more extensive videos on the in the forum. So this is just a quick demo. Thank you very much.